Today we will talk about the best 2-star gems you can use inside of Diablo Immortal. First, I will go over the best ones that you can use with any class, and then I will mention ones that only work with certain classes or playstyles as well. For example, Viper's Bite can be used with any class, but Bloody Reach is only good for ranged classes. Now let's start with the best 2-star gem, and that is Pain Clasp. This is one of the best gems you can get in Diablo Immortal, including 5-star gems as well. This gem increases your damage done to enemies suffering from a continuous damage effect, and this is a very easy effect to apply on your target, so you will get this benefit almost all the time. Plus it increases your movement speed if there is an enemy suffering from a continuous damage within 10 yards. Next we have Viper's Bite. We can call this gem Baby Seeping Pile, but actually it's kinda better than Seeping, because unlike Seeping, this gem applies the dot right away. With 100% chance, it also reduces the attack speed of your target. When you combine this gem with Pain Clasp, you get the damage increase from Pain Clasp right away, because Viper's Bite's Venom counts as a continuous damage. So these two gems works together perfectly. Next we have Mother's Lament. This one doesn't really require too much explanation because it gives you a critical hit chance increase, plain and simple. By the way, critical hit chance is one of the most important stats in the game, so that makes this gem really good for any class. Now let's talk about Follower's Burden. This is a really good gem, but only for Necromancers, and even if you are a Necromancer, this gem becomes useless in PvP, so only use this if you don't care about PvP and if you mainly play Necromancer, otherwise it will be a waste. And after that we have Bloody Reach. This is a really strong gem, but it's only good for range classes. For example, you can use this with Demon Hunter, Necromancer and Wizard, but you always have to keep an eye on the distance between you and the target. It works really well in PvP and PvE for the classes I mentioned. Next we have Kir Sling. This is one of the most annoying gems you can use, but you kinda have to have the Chip of Stoneflesh 5-star gem to get the most of it. Since blind counts as a total loss of control, it triggers Chip of the Stoneflesh, and when you combine these two gems, it gets very annoying to play against in PvP. By the way, I think this is not a very good gem for damage dealer classes. I would only recommend this gem to melee classes that play as a tank and maybe Necromancers. But even then you need to have Chip of Stoneflesh, otherwise it's not really worth it. And this gem is totally useless in PvE, so keep that in mind. And the Abiding Curse is kinda similar to Kir Sling. This is an annoying gem as well, and you don't have to have Chip of Stoneflesh for this one. With this gem your attacks have a chance to reduce the attack and movement speed of the targets you hit, which sounds great and usable with any class, but I wouldn't really recommend this if you're a damage dealer. But once again, this can be a really good gem for tank classes and Necromancers. I mean, it kinda depends on your playstyle. You can still use it with a Demon Hunter for example and be really annoying, why not? And of course it's useless in PvE. And finally we have Power and Command. This is one of the most hyped 2-star gems ever. I'm not really high on this gem, but it doesn't mean it's a bad one. This gem has two states, Power and Command. Power increases your primary attack damage, Command increases all other skill damage. And each time these states alternate, you have a chance to dispel a harmful effect from yourself, and these states change every 9 seconds. So for example, if your class or build has nothing to do with primary attacks, you don't gain anything for 9 seconds. Which is why I don't really like this gem. You don't get the benefits all the time, but like I said, it's not a bad gem. If it fits your playstyle, go for it. It works really well in both PvE and PvP. And that's all. I think these are the best 2-star gems you can use depending on your class or playstyle. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will be making similar guides for 1-star and 5-star gems in the upcoming days, so don't forget to subscribe and take care.